and welcome back. And as always, we're so glad you can be a part of the program. It's the first day of April, April Fools, and let's just get it out of the way. No jokes forthcoming on tonight's program. I haven't had any time to even think about that. I have heard in my travels today of a few good ones pulled here and around the area for the first day of April, but nothing on the program tonight. Time has not allowed me to even go that way. And in fact, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, two of our top headlines got postponed to later on in the week or next week, and that left me thinking that I was scrambling for headlines. That was short-lived, and now I've been scrambling to try to get all the news included into tonight's program, including why the McGoffin County Justice Center is closed until further notice. That announcement coming from Circuit Clerk Tanya Ward just a few moments ago. We'll talk about Kentucky's Education Commissioner, forest fires, and a whole lot of other headlines before I leave you this evening. And it also means that I am left with a little time to try to get to all of those reports and all that information. So we'll go ahead and begin with forest fires. The Middle Fork Volunteer Fire Department, one of many local departments who have been responding to not just their usual structure fires, but many forest or brush fires. They had a small outbuilding in their coverage area which was leveled by fire earlier today, and that fire ignited the adjacent hillside. The fire was ultimately contained, one of many forest and or brush fires in the viewing area and in the Division of Forestry area for this particular part of eastern Kentucky. And a lot of local fire departments have been responding as they always would, but they've also been responding partly due to the fact that the Division of Forestry has all of its crews literally on fires in their coverage area as well, and some unmanned fires. Forest Ranger Chris Adams will have a few words on that topic in just a few seconds. But we do know that he, as well as others, were busy today in neighboring Johnson County, where the fires appeared to be the worst. All of this on the heels of yesterday, where the winds were certainly causing a much greater problem than they were today.
And with my apologies, I do have the interview. I'll have it completed and ready to air in just a few moments. I've got just a small glitch with the audio. So a few words from a few of our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few seconds. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. You may recall this scene back on January the 8th, the first of two pipe burst or sprinkler head malfunctions in the McGoffin County Justice Center. The first was the most serious. The second was several weeks later, and it was bad, but not this bad. And it's in lieu of this damage, which was since cleaned and repaired, that I've just received word that the McGoffin County Justice Center is going to be closed as of today until further notice. Circuit Court Clerk Tanya Ward called my office and studio just a few moments before her close of business hours earlier today at 4 o'clock to say that the notice had just been received from Circuit Judge Kim Childers.
And that order is closing the Justice Center indefinitely based on a mold testing conducted and reported to Judge Childers today. And based upon those results, she's closed the building until the problem has been eradicated.
Do you have any knowledge about how the testing came about? Was there issues noticed, or was this just a routine check?
Well, the monitoring company who did the test was J&M Monitoring Incorporated from Pikeville, Kentucky. And they did it on March the 10th, 2015.
Any idea as to what it's going to take to remedy to this and when the Justice Center may be back open?
We do not know. We do not know.
So here's what else Ward was able to tell me. They tested and took 6 different samples, and this was the original story in front of you here that I ran on that 8th day of January. They tested 6 samples, air and bulk sampling, and they found several different types of mold and some other issues, and this, of course, has resulted in the closure. Now, it's expected, not known how long it will take to clean, but it's expected that it will begin this weekend. There is a jury trial that is set for this coming Monday. The judge has already said that they may look for an alternate location if it's something something that they can't take care of over the course of the weekend, or they may have to postpone that jury trial. Nevertheless, they say that if you are a member of that jury that you need to check in. And, of course, it's just Wednesday. We will have an update for you on tomorrow when more time allows and keep you up to date throughout the week. But as for tomorrow, most certainly and more than likely through the weekend, the Magafa County Justice Center stands to be closed due to mold issues which have arisen after a sprinkler head malfunction. It may have been also a freezing issue back during the real cold weather back in January, and then again when another one also went off and flooded another portion of the Justice Center a few weeks later. So until further notice, the Magafa County Justice Center is closed due to some moisture and mold issues. I'll have a report on the program tomorrow and get you caught up to date, but that is what we know at this hour. And I'm still kind of juggling headlines, not in the planned order due to a few technical issues that I'm having problems with right now. So let's go on to our calendar announcement. That begins with a birthday wish. It says a happy 60th birthday to Donnie Arnott from a whole lot of family and friends. Happy birthday to you, Donnie. They hope you've had a good one. A reminder, the last Read Across America event in Magafa County is set for South Magafa Elementary tomorrow at 9. The Cat in the Hat, Thing 1, Thing 2 might be there as well. They hope you'll join them. Communion and foot washing tonight at 7 at the Stinson United Baptist Church. Services this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 7. Sunday sunrise services at 7. And then, of course, Easter services beginning at 11 o'clock this Sunday. The Magafa County Chapter 15 of the DAV is having their regular meeting this Thursday at 6 at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center. If you want to learn more about being a member of the DAV, or if you're a veteran and have any questions, call them at 272-0826. That's your local Magafa Chapter 15 of the DAV. An Easter egg hunt that I know of is brought to you by and sponsored by Food City, and it's going to be held at the Mountain Home Place this Saturday at noon. It's over by the Paintsville Lake. Ages 0 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 10, some really cool prizes and a wonderful time, and some pretty decent weather as well for an Easter egg hunt over at the Mountain Home Place. The Kearney Free Will Baptist Church wants to remind you they're picking and a grinning this Saturday at 7. Come and join them for a wonderful time, some fellowship, and of course some great entertainment as well. And you've also been invited to join the first ever Rail Trail Crew kickoff event. They're going to have organized rides and events on the Dawkins Trail, sponsored by the United Safe Coalition. Their kickoff event, where they're giving a bike away and having a DJ, is coming up on this Monday, 5:30 to 7:30, and they're going to join and gather at the Rail Trail Head at Royalton, the Royalton Trailhead of the Dawkins line. If you have any questions, call 349-6212. And also on a similar note, the Royalton Dawkins Trail Committee has a meeting set for this coming Tuesday, 6 o'clock, at the District 3 Fire Department there on Route 7. Everyone interested in planning for a festival in Royalton is invited to attend. There's some numbers there at the bottom of your screen. I'll have those for you the next couple of days. A reminder, kindergarten registration for Magafa County Elementary School starts Monday. At North Magafa Elementary, it lasts next week, all of next week. South Magafa and Sayersville Grade School will have it for 2 weeks altogether, the 6th through the 17th. If your child is 5 on or before October the 1st, they are eligible for kindergarten, and you can call your respective elementary school. Call me if you've got a calendar, birthday, or anniversary, or other special announcement. We'll tell everyone about it. Turning to funeral service announcements for this evening from the Magafa County Funeral Home, 57-year-old Lester Gray Cole of Sayersville has passed away, survived by brothers Tim Cole and Mark Cole and Curtis Cole, sisters Linda Bailey, Vicki Bailey, and Kathy Cantrell. Services are set for this Saturday at 1 at the Magafa County Funeral Home. Burial will follow afterwards at the Prater Cemetery on Abbott, and visitation begins tomorrow evening after 5 for the family, 6 for the public. It will continue all day Friday and up until Saturday services at 1. Once again, in honor of 57-year-old Lester Gray Cole of Sayersville. And I've also learned of the passing tonight of 57-year-old Ray Miller of Sayersville, who passed away on today's date. Arrangements are still incomplete, but being made by the family at this hour. They'll be announced on behalf of the Magafa County Funeral Home at a later time. I'll be right back. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. Now back to one of our earlier planned headlines, forest fires. Rain's in the forecast, but it's not helping firefighters today. Local fire departments like the Middle Fork Fire Department responding to a small building fire that set an adjacent hillside ablaze, and a lot of fire departments responding to brush and forest fires. The Division of Forestry outnumbered more fires than they have crews. 9 crews out of Moorhead today. A couple of fires unstaffed, says Chris Adams, who says conditions are worse yesterday, where they were worse yesterday than they are today.
We're still down in the high 20s on the relative humidity, which if we drop below around 35, that starts becoming critical drying for us. Once you start dropping the fuels, the leaves, the trees, stuff, start losing their moistures and makes them ready to burn. Yesterday we were experiencing gusts between 40 and 50 mile an hour. Today we've had pretty much a steady wind of 7, gusts about 15 probably, but nowhere near what it was yesterday. Right now I am in Keaton over in Johnson County on a fire that I was on yesterday. So we got sent to it about 3 o'clock and got on scene, tried to put some fire line in with our backpack blowers and the dozer, and was unsuccessful. The wind was just causing stuff to fly across the lines. So we had to switch from fire line mode to structural protection, and we started assisting the local fire department, having to do structural protection where the fires were jumping out in front of us. And one of the mobile homes that we were on, it literally jumped, spotted something, it blew something across the trailer in front, down below it, and actually started a fire in front of it. I would highly recommend nobody burn right now, because of the simple fact of you've got the wind, you've got the dry relative humidity going right now, and then you got the high temperatures comparatively speaking. Right now it's still I'm actually still on that fire, and we have active flames burning on this fire right now, probably a foot and a half to 3 foot tall, and so that's pretty active fire.
And counties all across eastern Kentucky are experiencing the same conditions and situation. Rain's on the horizon, but it's not going to help things this evening, as they are still seeing fires, the majority of which are intentionally set, as is just usually the case, sad to say. While there is, of course, a forest fire hazard season decree in effect that says you can't burn until after 6 and can only do so up until 6 a.m. the following morning. Adams, as all other individuals are saying, it's just smart and wise not to burn anything at this time. The winds can carry any small portion of ember or anything across the fire line or into something that is very combustible, and before you know it, you have a fire that's out of control. And that's a situation they have seen over the past few days, especially yesterday when winds were kicking up as high as what Mr. Adams said. Today, we've got 3 to 5 mile per hour consistent winds, peaks of around 10 to 12 at the newsroom, but still dry conditions enough to really cause some dangerous situations. So burning is allowed after 6 p.m., certainly not recommended. And due to just a whole lot of issues that I've had in the past few moments, I've had to cut a couple of stories short, and I do not like doing that at all. It's a good problem to have more news than time, but a one-man show can often be, just a bit of an unusual situation. We'll leave it at that. One of the reports that I just wanted to make mention of tonight, and it's actually in lieu of a report that I'll be talking about next week. I've already made plans to sit and talk with Tracy Patrick Watson about her lung transplant and how she is doing. I can't tell you how forward I am looking to sitting down and talking with her after all that she's been through, and it's wonderful as she is recovering. She's also going to be telling us about the Great Strides event, the next annual event here in Magoffin County, which has been set officially for May the 9th, 1 till 4. It's still more than a month away in the Ramey Park, but it's time to start organizing. In fact, they've been working on it now for a few weeks, but I just look more forward, or as forward, to talking about how she's doing in her recovery as I do the event. Look for that report next week here and only here on Your News Today. As for wrapping up the show a bit early, I'll squeeze in those headlines tomorrow. And I keep saying this. I say this very often. I need to just put a camera on me as I'm doing this show and let you see some of the days that we put it together and just how it goes. It never goes as planned, but that's just all part of it and part of you bringing you the news as currently as we can and as quickly as possible, and of course as accurately as possible. So tonight you saw 45 degrees and nice evening out there. No winds to really speak of. They're dying down. Will be close to 0, and I've actually got a 1-mile-an-hour wind right now, well, up to 3. Tomorrow, though, is the first day of change. Increasing clouds, showers, and storms. Southwest winds upwards of 16 miles per hour and 74 degrees. We'll see a lot of showers, and we'll also see the possibility of some severe weather. 1 to 3 inches for a lot of folks throughout this whole system that will lead into your Friday. We're closer and maybe even under that 1 inch of total rainfall, but more clouds, more showers, and more storms, and there is a slight risk of some severe weather associated with this. Don't really see it as of right now. You can see northwest winds on Friday, 10 to 20 miles per hour, still warm, right around 70. No sun to speak of until Easter weekend, and very few tweaks have been made to your Easter weekend forecast. Mostly sunny, cooler. Cold front's going to really change things up on your Saturday with 54 degrees and the mid to upper 30s for nighttime lows. Clear skies, start to finish. A 10% chance of some showers like at 6 o'clock Saturday morning, but clear and sunny afterwards. Easter Sunday, forecast is held steady for the past 3 days. I only tweaked it 1 degree from 24 hours ago. 65 and sunny, 45 for the low that night. It'll start off on a chilly note. Yes, it will. But after that, it will be a nice day to get out and do what you are going to hopefully have planned on Sunday, whether it be church events before and after or otherwise. Sunny and around 65. We'll start off Monday, 67, partly sunny. And more showers and storms move in. We've got a few days of some showers and storms thereafter, and not a pretty forecast for a few days thereafter as well. Not really looking forward to that. I am looking forward to telling you more about it when I hopefully have things under control and back to some sort of normal on tomorrow night's program. Can't tell you how much I'm glad that you are with me each and every weeknight, even the ones that are a little rough around the edges, as was tonight. Nevertheless, enjoy your evening. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, and have a good night.